So the first one is interesting, the ROI perspective, because your CFO is going to be asking this, and so is just about every other C-suite member. And so the way in which we kind of look at that in two lights. So the first one being, we get asked every time QBR season comes around, we get asked probably once every 2 days, do you have any benchmarking data on engagement? And our answer is always no. And nobody does, because there's no standardized data model that everyone is using, so you can't have apples to apples comparisons or even a close engagement benchmark. So the way we look at it is there are two different ways you can benchmark your success. So the first one being, you have your target account list, finding a lookalike target account list. So, here's the one that is receiving ABM treatment, but then also having another one which is receiving no ABM treatment, but the accounts are very similar to what your target account list looks like. So when you map back over, let's say you ran an ABM strategy for 6 months, you can compare, okay, this is what we received in terms of an uplift, or these are the metrics from the accounts that received an ABM treatment versus the ones who did not. So that is a really strong way to prove out the correlation versus causation question that your CFO is probably going to ask. And the quicker way to do this, or almost the easier way, is looking at pre-ABM implementation versus post. So, let's take that 6-month example again. What happened after you implemented ABM within the target account list? What happened in that 6 months? And then comparing the 6 months before and looking at, the differences in that light. So personally, my favorite way, and I think the strongest way to do this, is using a control group of target accounts. So the first approach, the lookalike, but it's also valuable to do both.
Funnels and metrics, watch them converge. Data and insight where the truths emerge. Verses like bullets, sharp and fleet. Marketing game strong, you can't be beat.